Los árbitros,
Dale.
uruguayos todos. Andrés Matonte es el juez del compromiso. Richard Trin.
world.
River Plate looking to put the foot on the pedal here with that long delay and take it to their advantage. By the way, Gustavo Quinteros now has some tape to show these officials on calls that did not go Colo Colo's way. That's a nice run up Route 1 by Gabi Costa. Crossing Solari, Lucero had it. Had it on his foot, but he overran it.
Oh, so unfortunate there by Lucero. You have to see that play again, Max, just the run that he did, coming from behind and running right in front of her. I believe it was Martinez. Just unlucky, it was just slightly behind him, but it was a great movement, great striker's movement. It sounds simple, but it's just because he gets in front of the defender to give himself that advantage to finish it, but just unlucky it was behind him.
Ooh, Solari slips all the way in and hits the base of the post. That was actually Costa, I think, on the right. It was. He went right through like a hot knife through butter and very little resistance from River.
That was great determination there by Costa, running down that right-hand side. Just was unlucky with the finish there. Hits the base of the post. Probably needed to angle it a bit more to go across the face of goal.
River Plate flat right now, and Colo Colo looking to take advantage. They spread it out wide for De La Cruz. The overlap is Mamana. No changes for either team. Fernandez with a little English on that ball. Still haven't seen him come out of his shell this evening. We lump a lot of pressure on Alvarez and Fernandez each time River Plate plays to tell the audience, keep your eyes on these guys, and for good reason. Their valuation is through the roof. Alvarez always seems to answer the bell. Fernandez more often than not. These are still kids. Alvarez 22, Fernandez 21. More promising stuff here from Colo Colo. Suazo.
Well, again, it's been a positive start by this Colo Colo team in this second half. Really have been playing on the front foot, making it difficult for River Plate to play out. Pressing well, not intimidated by the atmosphere or, you know, facing the mighty River Plate. Giving a real good account for themselves. Apart from this first minute or so of this second half start with Alvarez's opportunity, Colo Colo have had the better part of it so far, very early on.
Free kick. I get the feeling Colo Colo, after playing the first time, as he wins a free kick he's likely to take. When they played River Plate the first time, they walked away saying, we can beat these guys. And it's been illustrated here in their second meeting in Buenos Aires. It's a confident Colo Colo side. It starts with their coach.
It always starts with the manager. You know, great leadership starts from up top and it sprinkles all the way down.
You get the feeling Quinteros is going to be a real rising star in the coaching ranks in South America.
Ooh. A little bit of altercation there between Falcon.
Falcon, who almost won the game against Alianza in match day 4, very late, had a shot at a winner. And he has another shot at one here. It'll be Gil and Costa. Gil, the decoy. Costa! River Plate tried to put a trap on. It was too late.
Not a bad ball. And there we see it again. The early opportunity. Great industry there, great nutmeg. It's clear on goal, just has to go across. Tries to go for that near post area. If you're going to go for that near post area, you have to make sure you score.
Falcon. It's been hard work for Lucero to get involved, but he's putting in the effort. Airbound from Falcon. He's been hasty with his touches. Allowed Alvarez to slip in. Little heel kick, one hop away from Suazo. Colo Colo have reason to be confident. They have been lights out in the Chilean league, first with 27 points, 8 wins and 13. Nublense and Union Española 2 points behind him. There is the 57-year-old Quinteros. I mentioned he played for Bolivia in that 94 World Cup. My memories of that, it was Spain and West Germany, and I believe South Korea in their group in the opening game against the Germans, who were the reigning champions. Marco Echeverri getting a red card early, which essentially took him out to compete. Alvarez has a step. Falcon, man, he can stop on a dive. Beautiful ball across. Flicked up by Fernandez. De La Cruz claims it. Yes! The Holy Trinity, Alvarez, Fernandez, De La Cruz. River Plate double their edge against the flow of play. Early days, second half. Los Millionarios, 2.
Well, it was a simple ball over the top. And that's what happens when you have a player of Alvarez's quality. There you see him there, so quick to get onto it. Does ever so well, does everything right, drives into the box, turns on the sixpence, great cross in. And there you see Fernandez hooking up, De La Cruz just standing there to give a little cheeky head over the line there. But it's all because of this man. He deserves the biggest credit. Yes, Fernandez does well to keep the cross in, but it's Alvarez's ingenuity, determination, and awareness that creates that goal.
Have you ever seen a header like that?
Yeah.
He's got his hands to his side. It's like he's bowing after performing for a live audience.
I think De La Cruz there expected the ball to go directly in, so he just wanted to stand there and make sure.
Oh, I love the aesthetics of it.
But what a goal by River Plate there. From being under so much pressure so far in the past 5 minutes, thinking that Colo Colo can have a good opportunity to get a goal back into this game. From out of nowhere, simple ball over the top, and Alvarez latches onto it and creates an opportunity.
Turned over, all the way through, looking for 3 to put this out of reach. Thumping effort there by Fernandez. He's come alive. River Plate have come alive here in the second half.
Well, that was a big save there by Cortés. Fantastic save by the goalkeeper. It was really needed.
The crowd has come alive. This is great business for Fortaleza. They're watching in Brazil and hoping Colo Colo continue to reel down. This place is hopping. Zuculini. That's good in the eyes of Andres Matonte. Cesar Fuentes. No one running. They were all idle, and River Plate able to pry it loose.
Nah, Fuentes needed to get rid of the ball there, Max.
Barco.
Dwelling on it.
Falcón has had enough of Alvarez. Here comes De La Cruz. Manchester City, you're going to have not one but 2 amazing newcomers on the books, and maybe they play together. Could you see that?
It's going
Haaland and Alvarez?
There'll be a chance. I think Alvarez can find himself wide because he does have that kind of ability to play wide of a front three.
Martinez. Oh, they're all connecting now. This is River at its best. De La Cruz. Chipped ahead. Zuculini. Driven in. Oh, Chilena against the Chilenos.
Well, the confidence is truly flowing in this River Plate side now. That second goal has really knocked the wind out of this Colo Colo team. They can't seem to get it together.
There's Barco there.
Barco going for the spectacular there. Just shows how goals can really change a game ever so quickly.
And Nigel here, Colo Colo trying to weather a storm. Got to kind of feel like they just have to get through these next few minutes and diffuse this River Plate dynamite.
And to do that, they have to keep possession because the confidence is in River Plate right now. So for you to take that confidence out is making more passes, has to be sharper movement off the ball. You can't turn over possession because you're only going to encourage the fans of River Plate to get behind the team and for River Plate players themselves to gain more confidence. Need to keep possession and slow it out, take the tempo out, take the fans out of the game.
This is great business for River Plate. They can head to match day 6 next Wednesday, play some of the kids, get well. We mentioned the COVID problems and some guys that will be heading off on international duty in that June window.
Oh. Oh.
Uh-oh. Alvarez he'll get under your skin.
they've just all gone so static now, Colo Colo. That goal really has knocked the wind out of them. I think they really need to get their composure back again.
Straight into Cortés, who was a little shaky, so why not test him? He answered the bell there.
It's whether the confidence has gone out of them now. And I think for Colo Colo as well, I'm not trying to make excuses for them, Max, but the situation with the fans for the start of that second half didn't help their cause. You could see the players coming out wanting to get the second half on the way, ready to really take it to River Plate.
Turned over again. Barco. Fernandez. Fernandez, who had a majestic goal over the weekend against Tigre, which was a home loss here. Check it out online. It's worth it. Colo Colo just need a break. Alvarez says, not on my watch. And the incorporation of Fernandez, too, where he has really been involved here in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, River Plate definitely now are playing in top gear. The confidence is there. They're being more aggressive with the pressing, winning the ball back. The fans are into it as well.
It happened so quickly. Colo Colo were pressuring the River Plate goal. They had that great chance by Costa, and in an instant, it was a complete twist. Something here to build off of if you are Colo Colo. Suazo, Gil. At least keeping at this end is something for Colo Colo to build off of. Still no substitutions for either team as we reach the hour mark. Colo Colo do have a big game next Wednesday to start thinking of. Still battling hard. Heel. And that's some really nice shepherding. Fortaleza now at a 0 goal differential. Colo Colo at a -1. Breaking forward, pretty violent challenge there as Barcos tumbled over. Advantage is played. De La Cruz, controlled by Fernandez, beautifully controlled, spins away. Oh. It's showtime, folks. De La Cruz. Miss it there by Casco. And there will be a yellow card for that challenge. This will actually be the first yellow card of the match. It goes to Oscar Torta Opaso.
Well, the confidence really is just flowing through this River Plate side right now. Really is. They're passing, they're moving the ball ever so well. It's kind of the River Plate that we've been accustomed to normally seeing. It's taken a while for them to get like this. But again, it just goes to how we always say how goals change games. Because until they conceded their second goal, Colo Colo are well and truly in this game. Started off the second half, the better team also. And from conceding that second goal, River Plate now have just taken it to another level completely.
Cortés off his line, a couple nice touches, but he's gone on walkabout. That one is walking a tightrope on the near sideline. Never went out. River Plate want to get back to the top of the heap here. 2018, they were the champions in that famous matchup with Boca Juniors. 2019, lost to Flamengo in the final.
Great save there we're seeing again by Cortés. Good, strong wrist behind that.
2020, River Plate made the semis. Last season, they only got as far as the quarterfinals, getting bounced by Atlético Mineiro. They want to start moving forward as they have taken steps back in the last 3 editions. Beautifully played. I mean, the runners are coming in from everywhere now. As off his line is Cortés. Gustavo Quinteros knows he needs some new ideas and some fresh lungs.
Well, we're just seeing the free-flowing River Plate that we're used to. Cortés being called again to come into action and pulls out a big vital save again. It's been very busy in this last 10 minutes or so. Colo Colo really need to regroup and get back together to the game plan they had earlier on, because now they've looked like they've really lost all confidence and belief whatsoever.
Barco goes at Falcon. The possession's pretty even still, but it's now 17 shots to 3 in favor of River Plate. And they had their second, which was given to Nico de la Cruz, who did get his second Libertadores goal. First substitution, that will be it for Leonardo Gil. This may be more defensive-minded for Colo Colo to make sure they don't concede anymore. Replacing him is 19-year-old Bruno Gutierrez, who is a defender, also defensive mid, wearing the 13 shirt. Always good to see the young players of these clubs. We see it with River Plate. Gutierrez, who is a product of Colo Colo and a Chilean youth international going as far back as the under-15s. Suazo. River Plate all at the right spots. Barco to the midfield. Fernandez. De la Cruz still has plenty in those legs. Corner kick. Maybe not that much in the legs. Slow getting up. I mean, he has run a half marathon, it seems.
Yeah, he always does. You know, he's the heartbeat of this team, as we've said before. He's always everywhere. That's why I really feel that he can be an old school box-to-box midfielder. You'll find him 1 minute defending, next minute attacking.
Alvarez. Handled by Emiliano Amor, the Argentine defender, who was originally with Boca Juniors. Fernandez, he's feeling it now. Tries a corner kick at the other end. Why not? 7 goals in the Argentine Primera. A couple goals here in Libertadores for River, that now have 8 goals. Still have only conceded 2. They are looking to have a historic defensive record in Libertadores play. That skipped over a couple Colo Colo defenders. It's still in play. Alvarez! Oh. Shot that out of a cannon. Back to Alvarez. Combining with Martinez. 3 for $1 in the corner kick variety.
Well, let's just say that Colo Colo can be grateful that they have Cortés in goal today and that he's on fine form, because they could easily find themselves down 5 or 6-0.
Oh, they're down 3! It's Martinez at the far post. Maybe one corner kick too many. River Plate, an absolute avalanche in the second half. Pulling away from Group F, pulling away from Colo Colo. 3-0.
Well, we always say about winning that first header, and it's that first header that creates the goal. You can never let anyone win at that near post when you are the defending team, because that's what happens. Once they get that flick, you're inviting so many problems for yourself, and you don't let Martinez come glaring in the back stick, unmarked, unopposed. And it all stems from winning that first header at the near post. Because when you do as an attacking team, you're setting yourself up for great opportunities for players following through in the back stick. And that's why we always say it's a cardinal sin to let that near post man win that first header, Max. The zonal man has to attack it no matter what.
Colo Colo, the proverbial deer in the headlights, just like that, and River Plate are not letting off. Emmanuel Mamana with the beautiful comb-over header to put it on a platter for Martinez. Goals by Palavecino, De La Cruz, and now David Martinez, who gets his first goal of the season.
He couldn't have asked for a more easier goal, even though we know Martinez himself is very dominant in the air. But to come in that back stick like that, unmarked, unopposed, and just have a simple tap in.
Free kick for Colo Colo. Impossible to quantify this, but this second half got off to a terrible start for Colo Colo because the players had to go to their supporters and tell them to come down from the fences. For 10 minutes, or close to 10 minutes, they had to do that. Second half kicked off, they were all right for a bit, but now they've just been overwhelmed. Fernandez.
Fully agree with you there, Max.
De La Cruz, he's got Alvarez to his right. Cross it in just beyond Fernandez, and it's there for Barco! The dam is busted, and it's becoming a famous night for River Plate. Eke Barco makes it 4, a spectacular team goal for Los Millionarios.
Well, initially there, I thought from this breakaway, the ball by De La Cruz, after he wins it back, this ball wide, I thought he set Alvarez way too wide, but Alvarez does well, gets a little deflection there, and that's what helps Barco to come in that fast stick and put it back across goal into that side netting. Very clinical counter-attacking at its best by River Plate there.
It feels like Colo Colo's Libertadores hopes are going up in smoke this evening. They are now in third place in Group F. Fortaleza, they've got to be grinning with smiles from ear to ear up in Brazil, watching this dismantling. We would have never thought this is the way it would have gone after watching that first half. Over the top, Costa.
No, not at all. And I think that, like you said already, the second half preparations did not help Colo Colo's causes. You could see that the players were ready to engage in the second half, ready to make a go for it. They had the confidence and the belief, but they spent 10 minutes trying to speak to their fans to get off a ledge, basically. And I think that's played into the mental side of preparation for the second half.
Call it ledge gate, near post. I think Alvarez headed that away just to show the industry that he possesses. Second Libertadores goal for Ezequiel Barco, and I am positive that the folks at Atlanta United have to be thrilled that he is having this experience, if in fact he goes back, getting this kind of tutelage under the great Marcelo Gallardo. And that'll be the first substitution here for River Plate. It will be Agustin Palavecino, who scored the goal in the first half. And he'll be replaced by Santiago Simon, teenage winger, which also says they may still be going for more goals. It was a possibility to start here today. And again, River Plate doesn't even have a full bench. You're allowed a 23-man roster. River Plate have only 19 players. Not that they're going to use 19, but it just goes to show you how short-stacked they were. And look at this, 4-0.
Yeah, you'd have to say it really is job done. You know, I'm a firm believer in glass half full. But I just think that River Plate have been very clinical in the chances that they've had and have put this game to bed. Now it's just about being professional to be able to see the game out, concentrating for the full 90 minutes, no silly mistakes or challenges. No opportunity Satis to encourage Colo Colo to have any kind of belief whatsoever.
This game was scoreless in the 41st minute. Palavecino scored in the 42nd. River Plate have added 3 goals between minute 52 and minute 68. Alvarez, non-stop, Energizer Bunny, dated reference, I know.
So industrious in his work, really is. He doesn't stop.
Doesn't stop. They're going to love him at the Etihad.
Well, I mean, the way I see him playing and performing for River Plate, it just reminds me of the style that Pep Guardiola likes, the type of players that he's used to signing. Very industrious, working hard, running around, never standing still. Really industrious, and he'll fit into Pep Guardiola's system very well.
He was identified for a reason. And what a smart move to not rush him in, let him get his legs back at River Plate and perhaps part of a magical season.
And there we see again Alvarez's cross. The deflection there helps it for Braco to come into that far stick there. Fantastic finish, puts it across goal. Probably hoping for the best, but finishes it well because he puts it across goal. And if anything, Cortez may have had to make a save and push it out to teammates that had already bust the gut to make it into the box in a counter-attacking situation.
Again, Colo Colo's game will be in front of an empty stadium next Wednesday. Decision coming down from Conmebol. They also play at the Estadio Monumental, but the one in Santiago. Suazo. This was such a tightly... Even Alianza Lima were staying competitive in this group. This is the first time we've really seen separation in a game in Group F. Fernandez, do you want to give him this much time? Plays it to the back and just scuffed by Alvarez, but even then an opportunity for Barco.
Yeah, they're giving him too much time now. Really have... It just seems Colo Colo really have become completely deflated. There's just no belief in them anymore. This wasn't the same approach they had in the first half. They were a lot more aggressive.
Away by Amor. Marcos Volados preparing to come in for Colo Colo. Here's a chance. Comes out for Costa. Has to put on the brakes. Gets it back in time. In front, it's Solari. Oh! And then Lucero, but Solari hits the woodwork. A chance to score a goal against the club that he supported as a kid.
Oh, wow. What a break and what a run of play we've just witnessed there. When it's not your day, it really is not your day there.
Well, it's etched on his face, and I think that's his last contribution. Marcos Volados with the 11 coming in. Gabriel Costa will step aside. I think it's Carlos Villanueva, the other player to be introduced. A famous night, a return to a big Libertadores evening for Colo Colo. It certainly felt like there was some magic there. It's all gone horribly wrong. Falcón. Dangerous pass, and that's asking for more trouble, and here it comes between the man who has no gas tank, just keeps on pumping. Fernandez gets it from Alvarez. Back to Alvarez. Bruno Zuccolini loving life in the back of that midfield. Just supporting and distributing.
And there we see a chance again. Could have been his moment.
Ooh, palo.
Just comes off the woodwork there. Thought he's finally scored against his boyhood club. Family and friends were still there, I'm sure. And just to see that come off the woodwork there, tough pill to swallow. That was his moment.
I mean, everyone's pulling for him there. I mean, some River Plate fans probably pulling, maybe not that, but everyone else saying, what a moment. Just inches away, he hit it well.
Yeah, he did everything right. You know, there's nothing you could do. He lifts it over the goalkeeper, but just unfortunately, just had too much on it. A little bit less, and it would have maybe seen the underside of the bar. Really do feel for the young man there.
Mamana. And a beautiful assist on the Martinez goal. De la Cruz turning on the warm jets. Behind Zuccolini. Still more Millionarios behind him. Simon.
Yeah, it's all River Plate right now. Few silly passes, let themselves down. Not to the standard that Gallardo would love them to be at, but they've got full control of this game. And we see Barco coming off now. He's had a fantastic game. Done really well.
Jose Paradela coming in will be the third substitution. A fourth will follow. Paradela, a midfielder wearing the number 26. Why not do this? Just right back for right back. Andres Herrera for Emmanuel Mamana, who leaves with a big grin on his face. That one played across.
You'd have to say it really is job done now by River Plate. Can they see out this next 10 minutes? Can they be professional, not concede any silly goals?
The players who just came in Herrera, they want to get a taste. 10 minutes to go here at Estadio Monumental. Some oles coming out here from the crowd in Núñez. Finally, Colo Colo able to end the chorus. Nice ball. Another chance here. Goes begging for Volados.
See if River Plate can finish this game with a clean sheet. 10 more minutes to go.
Only have given up 2 goals in 5 matches, almost 5 matches. The best they've done in the group stages in 1990, they allowed 1 goal. Can't beat that, they can come close. Remember, Estudiantes have only allowed 1 goal in group stage play. They've been a phenomenal story. And then Palmeiras, well, keeping the standard. They've allowed 2.
Bearers, eh?
Yeah. Well, you can't help watching this and
Well, it took a while for River Plate to get going.
it sure did.
You know, you still got to call it for exactly how it was. And Colo Colo really did do well. They made it difficult for them. And it's only really when they conceded that second goal that they just completely collapsed. They lost all faith and belief and just completely just fell apart. But credit for River Plate for showing how good a team they are, keeping professional and punishing them and being clinical when needed.
Falcon comes close. Very professional night for Paulo Diaz.
Oh,
Another chance for Colo Colo onside, but unable to turn that.
I think it's a more there. And it just shows what their night has been like there. It just falls right at his feet. Just a little bit more of a delicate touch. And he's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. But just the touch wasn't good enough.
3 goals in the second half. First goal happening very late in the first. River Plate now with a +8. They will be home free. 13 points atop Group F. They will join Palmeiras, Estudiantes. Actually, a short list here. Colón, Flamengo, and Talleres. We'll have all 16 teams, and then come June, July, we'll get into the round of 16. And we've had a chance to call a lot of Libertadores over the last few years. The last 2 have been very difficult with no supporters. This one has all the makings of a return to Gloria. La Gloria Eterna, as they say before every game. To think of the Maracaná, the Jorge Luis Hershey, Estadio Monumental, perhaps La Bombonera. A stadium up in Fortaleza, which is amazing. The Allianz Parque for Palmeiras, all on full blast. Makes one's mouth water. 85th minute.
Yeah, they've really come alive after that second goal, River Plate. We really have gone back to the River Plate that we're used to.
Maybe number 5 here, and a great save by Cortez to make sure there's not more bleeding. And Alvarez, he looks the same here in minute 85 as he did in minute 0.
Yeah, Alvarez there, unfortunate again. Good opportunity for him, really. I would expect the young man to put it into the back of the net there. That's what he's going to have to be doing now. A lot more clinical. Being industrious is something that's expected when you go to the likes of the Manchester Uniteds and the Manchester City. They expect you to be industrious, but those type of opportunities there, you've got to take them, got to be clinical, put it into the back of the net. That's the type of pressure he's going to have to put onto himself. He has to improve in that aspect of his game, adding more goals to it. But we've seen a River Plate that we've been used to seeing, Max. Oh, we've seen a River Plate now that we've been used to normally seeing. High tempo football, quick passes, short little 1-2s. They've come really alive since scoring that second goal and have dominated this second half now. About even to see a cameo appearance from Romero, I believe.
Just add it to the list. De La Cruz switches it. Paradela. Driven in. That one ruffles the side netting from Simon. Enzo Fernandez getting the best of the match. You could have picked a bunch of guys.
Oh, yeah. You could have picked so many. He's had a fantastic game. De La Cruz had a fantastic game. Barco had a fantastic game. Alvarez had a fantastic game. I think you could have given it to the whole River Plate team.
De La Cruz, I would have probably been my choice.
Yeah, I definitely would have gone with De La Cruz.
But again, it would have been close. Actually, maybe Alvarez, then De La Cruz, then Fernandez, then Barco. Brian Romero. Still a guy I'd love to see come to Major League Soccer. I think he is a striker who could score a lot. There's a good relationship between River Plate and the clubs in MLS. Amor makes way for Daniel Gutierrez.
A bit weird that he hasn't really had that many opportunities here, Romero. I don't know what's happened with his time recently in River Plate or where it's kind of gone wrong.
Maybe it's a numbers game, but obviously with the arrival of Barco and Pochettino, and just a reminder, River Plate down 10 players ahead of this game. Comprehensively taking care of the visitors from Santiago, scoring 4 and so many more opportunities in this second half. Villanueva. Martinez, what a night he had. Highlighted by that goal that separated the clubs there to make it 3-0. And there's the mastermind and all the incredible things he's done to revive River Plate, who did get relegated not that long ago. He hit rock bottom. And they picked up the pieces. Gallardo, the driving force, still a young man, 46. Since 2014 in charge of River Plate. Winning 2 Libertadores under his reign. Remember, it was River Plate. It was 2011. They were relegated. It's unheard of. Could have never happened, but it did.
Well, sometimes you have to hit rock bottom to start again fresh, and that's what happened to River Plate. I think I would even say that, I mean, you look at Rangers in Scotland, going to the bottom league in Scotland, and the next thing you know, they find themselves as in a European final.
Simon backs it out, or Romero waits. Frustrated, he just wants a look, and then it's there. This Colo Colo are on fumes. I don't know what the fitness regimen is for Julian Alvarez, but they've got to make a video out of it and mass sell it, because there's just no fatigue in his body, his face, and he has run himself ragged. Well, he hasn't, but he should have, based on what we've seen him do.
I mean, it's a good attribute to have, Max, but at the same time, when you get to other leagues and certain criteria, especially in the Premier League, you have to be smart. You know, you don't want to be seen as someone who just runs around like a headless chicken. I think that hard work and endeavour is something that's expected when you get to those clubs, but you have to pick your times and your moments when you do that.
Into stoppage time, there will be 3 minutes. Herrera. So many team goals. Certainly the second, the corner kick on number 3, and the fourth one, the best of the bunch.
Yeah, the corner kick goal was really well worked set piece, because the delivery was perfect to get the flick on in that near post, and for Martinez to come ghosting in that back stick unmarked and slide it in. And as we know that Martinez also can be a big threat aerially for this River Plate side. Well worked goal. I've spoken to you about that before, about set pieces being so important in this competition, and you know, the best teams in the world do score a lot of goals from set pieces. That's something that some teams could add more goals to their game by really working on set pieces.
Yeah, they've been phenomenal on the set pieces. They didn't have that many corner kicks that started to tick up as the game were on, and they were able to get the goal. They're right now at 9, but it was like at 2 around the 35th minute or so. By the way, River Plate have completed their 14 games in the first phase of the Argentine Primera. So the only game on the calendar for the rest of this month is hosting Alianza, which will be, as Romero crosses, it'll be a game without consequence, as they have won this group. But playing here at home, it all matters. Alianza have nothing to play for. They won't be able to catch either Colo Colo or Fortaleza for third place. Gustavo Quinteros has to put everything now in that preparation with Fortaleza, which looks to be maybe the game of round 6 for a spot in the round of 16. As bad as Colo Colo have looked here, they can still pick up the pieces. They can make it the round of 16, and who knows? You know, the last hope for Chile. Always better when the round of 16 has a wide spectrum of leagues represented.
Yeah, you must say it still is heavily Brazilian dominated. But at the end of the day, it's down for all these other clubs and these fantastic nations to think out the box. I don't think really Brazilian teams have done that much, apart from hiring a few more European coaches, which have come and bringing different ideas to this region, and they've been very successful with it.
Standing O at Estadio Monumental, River Plate 4 goals. They get win number 4. They get another clean sheet, and they get a ticket to the round of 16, and they go through as group winners. 4 different goal scorers. Palavecino opening it up in the 42nd minute. Then it was Nico de la Cruz with a cute little header. David Martinez, and then Eke Barco. Aided by the incredible work of Julian Alvarez and Enzo Fernandez, who did not score, but were highly influential. Colo Colo came here with a plan and desire, and it was working for a bit. And then the second half started, and it all went south. Eighth straight year that River Plate will advance to the round of 16.
Well, they got the job done emphatically well. You know, after that second goal, I always say it many times, goals change games. Goals can change the flow of a game in an instinct, and that's what happened in this game that we witnessed today. The second goal really put the momentum in favor of River Plate, and they took full advantage. They grew in confidence. They grew in a lot more belief, and they really started to perform like the River Plate we've seen under Marcelo Gallardo. Front foot, high tempo, quick, intricate passing, being clinical when they need to be. All aspect of it.
A lot of fans dreaming of another dream run, as we saw Marcelo Gallardo and Matias Vizcay leave the field to play, and these River Plate players will soak it all in. There's truly a great team spirit. We barely mentioned Centurion's name, as he had to replace Franco Armani, who's dealing with COVID.
Wasn't really tested that much, really and truly. Was an opportunity there for Colo Colo to really test the goalkeeper, but they didn't.
Buen partido. Muy bien, chicos. That's nice. Look at Centurion. It's a collective. They have these stars, but everyone matters. Everyone's contribution. And this, the best performance for River Plate. We had to wait for the second half, but it arrived. They're talking here to Leonardo Gil.
Sí, creo que por ahí en el primer tiempo
In the first half,
lo veníamos haciendo muy bien. Creo
we
que
did very
tuvimos
well.
En los primeros 15 minutos, 3, 4 situaciones claras.
First
para
15
convertir.
minutes, 3 or
La
4
verdad
clear
que estuvimos
opportunities.
finos y bueno, ellos tuvieron un poco de suerte hoy.
They had a little bit of luck
con ese gol.
with that goal.
Bueno,
The
después
carambola
River,
goal in the
sabemos
first
que
half.
dejas un poco de espacio, son muy contundentes y bueno.
They're very
tres situaciones
organized.
claras y bueno, estuvieron más finos que nosotros esta noche.
They were just more clinical than us. You play Fortaleza, now you have the goal differential that is against you.
Haciendo bien las cosas, creo que esta noche en el segundo tiempo ellos fueron superiores, en el primero estuvo mucho más parejo.
First half we were even, second half they were much better.
En el primer tiempo, pero bueno, es fútbol, pasan estas
That's
cosas.
football, these things happen.
Hay que estar tranquilos, pensar el domingo en el torneo y bueno, y ya
We gotta be,
en la semana, en el último
gotta be
partido que
patient,
tenemos.
deal with Sunday in our league, and be ready for Wednesday.